Good evening, everyone. It is once again Ted, the Speed Learner, and I'm going to talk to you today. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the point-slope equation of lines, and you're sitting there going, well, you know, we can go through trig pretty quickly because of what we've learned. There's just one little problem. When you're dealing with the point-slope equation of lines, you have to have the slope of the line and one set of Cartesian coordinates for that line. Now, let's say you're given two sets of Cartesian coordinates, but you're not given the slope, and you still have to come up with the equation of the line. That could be a problem. Let me solve that problem for you. It's called the two-point equation. Now, in this example, we are given two sets of Cartesian coordinates. That means we have the coordinates of 2 points on that line. In this case, we have -1 and -18 and -2 and -25. You could plot those if you wanted to. Go ahead and do so. It's great. Now, as you'll remember from the point-slope equation of lines, you have y minus y1 equaling m times x minus x1. And if you'll remember, slope is found when you take y2 minus y1. Now, what are these 2 and 1s here? Okay, those are called subscripts. So what you're saying is that you're using this particular coordinate, which is 25, and -25 up here, this particular coordinate, which is -18, this particular coordinate, which is -2, and this particular coordinate, which is -1. Okay, you're going to put all 4 of these numbers in here. Now, before you do any of that, what you're going to do, if m equals this, then you're going to substitute m with this. Okay? If m equals this, you're going to substitute this m with this. And that's where we get this here is now right here. Okay? So you have y minus y1 equaling the slope, which is this. This would normally be m, but now it's this, times this. Okay? Now, we go down to this next line here. It says y plus 18. Why is it y plus 18? Well, y minus y1. Okay? If you are subtracting -18, you are going to actually add 18. If you subtract a negative, you're going to add a positive. When you subtract a negative number, you're going to add a positive. Okay, so that way we have y plus 18. Okay, now -25 is the second coordinate, which is coming from right here. See that right there? That's the second coordinate, and we're going to place it right here. Now the 18 is coming from up here. Once again, if you are subtracting a negative number, you're going to add a positive number. So that's where we get -25 plus 18. The -2 comes from up here. Why are we adding a 1? Once again, if you're subtracting a negative number, you're going to add a positive number. So you have -2 plus 1. And then, of course, this final one comes from up here. But you say, well, that should have been a -1. If you're subtracting a negative number, you're going to add a positive number. Okay? I can't say that enough times. All right. Y plus 18 equals -7 divided by -1 times x plus 1. Y plus 18. Now, -7 divided by -1 is going to give you a +7. It's just that simple. You're going to take that 7 times the x and also times the 1. So now you have y plus 18 equaling 7x plus 7. 7 times x is 7x. 7 times 1 is 7. All right. Now you're going to subtract 18 from both sides of this equation. Okay? And 18 minus 7 gives you 11. Actually gives you -11. Okay? 18 minus, okay, you're subtracting 18. You're going to actually add a -18 or subtract 7 from 18, okay? And you're going to get -11. So y equals 7x minus 11, which is your equation, okay? And you're also going to get your slope this way, okay? Your slope ended up being 7. Alright. Now there's one other question I'm going to go ahead and answer in this video. And the reason I'm going to answer it is that I covered it in a previous video and I said I really didn't have the answer to it. Go ahead and put this on here. Why is it that if you have 1 divided by the square root of 2, you suddenly have the square root of 2 over 2? Why are these two equal? Okay, well, if you multiply the square root of 2 times the square root of 2, you're going to get the number 2. If you multiply the square root of 2 times the square root of 2, you're going to get 2. And if you multiply 1 times the square root of 2, you're going to get the square root of 2. And that is why 1 over the square root of 2 is the same as the square root of 2 over 2. And there's your answer. Alright. It's nice answering all these wonderful questions. That'll keep you busy for a while. I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.